What's going on over there? Hey. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's go. Let's do the pour. Hey. Would you invite me in or would you kick me out over here? Hey, what do you know? That's amazing. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. Let's jump on into the Crypto Lifer Show together. Let's have some fun. I know we can do it. I know we can. If I can do it, you can do it. And together, we can make it happen. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome. We're going to break down Bitcoin in a fun and interesting way. This is Saturday night, the Crypto Lifer Show. The Crypto Lifer Show. Okay. This morning, I talked about opening along here and suggesting that Bitcoin was going to pump, and this was a tweezer bottom. I opened the long. I put a stop loss below the wicks. Did I call the possible bottom, or did I make a probability move on the bottom? High probability that I did win. Let's see if this daily candle can complete a push all the way back up. If we dump this far, very likely we can pump up all the way right back to the top there at 112. I would love to get 117,000. That would be lovely. But I am looking for a move here for Bitcoin. Further to the upside. Shout out to anyone that came to the Lifer dinner last night and saw me in person. God bless you all. Simran, super awesome. Everyone that came on time showed up. A couple people didn't show up, said they were going to be there and weren't there. It's a bit disappointing, I'll tell you that. And they took spots up for a couple people that we said no couldn't come. So we said no to a few people and we could have let them in. So, I don't know. Kind of weird to take up 2 spots, but hey, something happened. I hope you're okay, whoever missed. I gotta say though, maybe it was a mistake. Who knows? Maybe they got the dates confused. It's something probably like that. Shout out to all the beautiful people out here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for watching this amazing show. So look, the daily candle. We longed it this morning at the end of the show. Oh no, I longed it during this class. Not at the end of the show, but during class today. I had class today. I taught class. Shout out to everyone that jumped on into class. I taught that beautiful class that I have every single month, the last Saturday of the month, and today was the last Saturday of the month. I can't believe it. Tomorrow is August 31st, the end of August, as we head into September and kind of start that roll around for the end of the year. October, November, December, and end into quarter 4. One more month in Q3, baby. And then we end the year in our last quarter and kick butt. It's been a beautiful year. Shout out to everyone that rolled through 2025. May 2026 be more amazing. But 2025 has been unbelievable. If it gets capped off with everything and I come home safe from Singapore, my gosh, it'll be an unbelievable year. So God bless you. One more big trip, Singapore. Can I pull it off? Only the lifer knows. Let's take a look at the bigger picture. Right now, this is what I'm looking at for BTC. But let's take a look. I'm seeing what chart did I put that on. Yeah. I get the Binance chart nice and open. So let's take a look here. So why did I call the bottom there, or why am I looking for a bounce? And why is it likely? We're going to take a look at a bunch of different reasons why it's likely we got a bit of a bounce there. But there's no guarantees. All right, let me fix my collar over here. Hey. Don't touch this shirt. Don't touch it. Hey. The guy was touching me over there. That guy, one of those guys over there, was touching my shirt. Get him out of here. Hey. Yeah. All right, so let's see what's happening on the weekly for Bitcoin. As we get our weekly candle closed, we get our weekly candle close tomorrow. You can see that it's not going to be an amazing candle close. Not for me. I mean, that's However, previous resistance is support. And in my humble opinion, we're actually closing a candle below support. You could say there's a little bit there. But, I wouldn't be surprised if we have to fall back to 104,000 or even into this level here at 105. But, I like the 21-day moving average and the 21 weekly, and we touched the 21 weekly right there, which is beautiful. It's a good sign. A lot of times that will be where you pull back. And so, okay, let them pull back. Let them have those ears. But can we get this inverted head and shoulder? I mean, this reversal would be epic. If it came back up, all coins would bounce beautifully. And then if we made a higher low, all coins wouldn't dip below any of the high. They would make higher lows. And we could finally all take a big, deep dive and just go for a leg. Every time we're about to go for that next leg, you just, and we're up there. We're doing good. So there's still a chance here that Bitcoin could turn bullish and we can get the reversal. But it's, we got to kind of do it this week. This has to be the week, baby. This has to be the week. Remember, we still have a CME gap above us, right? That was barely filled. And we're going to talk about that and show that in a second too. But that's definitely something that's in our favor. So can we get the shoulder, head, right shoulder? Can the weekly turn? And can we get the bounce? Or is it the end of time here, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Oh my gosh, I want to dox you, but I won't. It's so nice though. God bless everybody here. So I like this idea. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Can we get the bounce? We're going to go over the idea right now. So the 3-day chart, right? Looks like it's bouncing. Previous resistance is support. Resistance, resistance, resistance. It's definitely a place that you would take a shot. Why not, right? After a wick, get on in there with a stop below the wick. See if support or resistance holds on the 3-day chart. Why not? I think that's, it's simple idea with not a lot of thought. You don't need a lot of indicators here. You're just trading candle bodies, really. And that takes me to the daily time frame, okay? That's a little loud. And it takes me to the daily. When I take a look at the daily and I look very close, I see a tweezer bottom. And it makes me say, okay, let me look at all the last ones. Well, we had one right here. That played out pretty nice. Had you just longed, right, after we had made the wick, you'd be in pretty good shape for a pump. Same thing here, even there. This one worked out pretty well. This one worked out, right? So if you just like long with a stop loss below this wick, look, you would have made massive gains. It played out here a little bit, here massively, here massively, here massively. So it's been a great place to long, just like it's been a great place to short, right? Tweezer tops, tweezer bottoms. It would seem like it couldn't be that easy, but it really is. Isn't that crazy? Like you just open it short here, stop loss above here, then you take it down. You have to have discipline, of course, and pay the trader, and So this is telling me that we're likely going to get a pump on the daily time frame back to the upside here. And so I opened up that long. And let's see if we can get to, and we're starting to go into the money here. And I expect this daily candle to close and go up, 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 up. This is supposed to be, so it's telling me that tomorrow we're going to pump. Somehow, some way, Sunday's going to be a pump, which is not the best for Monday, right? It usually creates treachery when you pump on Sunday. It's not even the best for the week ahead, but it's starting to look like this daily candle is going to be a monster, right? You can just see it. I mean, otherwise it turns green and it just becomes nasty. But these tweezer bottoms are strong and it shows a lot of pump. And so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it comes at indecision doji like the one after it there, but we'll see. So far, I'm bullish on this coin. It looks pretty. I'm bullish on this. I'm bullish on Bitcoin on this move here on this candle. That looks bullish. So let's take a look at the 12 and the 22. They're bouncing. Okay. They're showing signs of wanting to bounce to the upside. Great sign, right? Stochastics is below the dotted line. MACD is curving and looking pretty nice. RSI, everything looks pretty sweet to me. A bullish divvy that got carried over. I'll show you the bullish divergence that I'm seeing. On the 8-hour, look at this. The 8-hour has strong bullish divergence. And the 8 hours is a strong time frame. Look, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. This is it here. And then boom, we're getting that move. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin on the 8-hour time frame. Resistance at 113,130. But man, at least we're going to come and challenge 109. And we'll go from there. But at least it looks like we'll come challenge 109. And then from there, we'll see. We'll see whether where we stand. But yeah, very bullish time here for Bitcoin. Get this reversal. And, the shorts will be just completely... Look, the 4-hour is still super low. The 4-hour looks like it can do damage right now. Like they tried, and there's just a lot of push-up today. And it's strange for a weekend, but there was some volatility. And look at even the 1-hour now. Making a bit of a right shoulder. Digging in here. Let's take a look at those moving averages. The 21-day moving average. I talked about this yesterday too, or earlier today too. See when you curve below the 21, you tend to dump. So look, we're curving below the 21. We're going to dump, right? But I switched it upside down. So like there could be this move. Now it's not all great, right? There's still a chance that this becomes some type of bear flag and we take a massive move down. And we were overbought on the 1 hour all day, but they didn't give it up, which is very interesting. So I'm more bullish that Bitcoin somehow, some way is going to dig in up to the 200 moving average, at least get to this liquidity zone here. 110.9, 112,000, at least first, 110. So yeah, I'm in. I opened up a long on the bottom here. Stop loss below these areas. I like the bullish divergence there too as well. So yeah, and I like the bigger bullish divergence. So we got bigger bullish div, we got smaller bullish div. Everything looking good. We just got to get the next move above reversal. And, and get above this main resistance, this big liquidity zone here on the VRVP, 110,000. And we could moon all the way back up to 112 really, and then start to get it in. So it's more, the trend is not our friend. It's more down, but we're starting a mini micro uptrend, and there's a chance, my friends, there's a chance that Sammy did it again and we call the bottom. All right, let's take a look at what transpired through the morning. So we got above the 200 moving average not too long ago on the 1 minute time frame. That's my bullish scenario. Look, it gave us a nice little pump. However, kind of a head and shoulder. We've been choppy all day. I wouldn't put too much on these smaller time frames. You're just kind of trucking along through this flag here. 5 minute stayed above the 200, played with a little bit, but still trucking along, not too shabby. 7 minute as well, and the 15 minute. This is the time frame. So on the 15, we're looking for, look, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. We got, this is it. We can come here. We might get rejected by the 15 and just roll on over, baby. And my thought of a bottom is done, and that candle turns red, and the daily does not tweezer. But so far we got the close, so we got the tweezer bottom. I speculated on it during the day. I got the close. Now there's a chance I'm in control for the, when you take a shot on risk and then the daily candle closes and you're still where you want to be, it's a decent sign. It's better than nothing, right? So we got through the first hurdle if you did make the long with me. And again, it was treachery on a Saturday, not easy. So we're looking for these two right shoulders here. Shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, and a break to the upside. Get above the 200. If you really want to play it safe, you're looking for the 21, right, to hit you on the flag above the 200 on the 15. On its way through the gap. But look, you can see we're above the high volume node. We break through it, gap, gap, gap. And you can get all the way back here, it says, right, to 113. There's a good amount of liquidity up here. Remember, that was where this all started, when we got rejected by 113,000. And then we just shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we were down. Remember, we called this on the Thursday night screen share. The head and shoulder right here. I said it was bearish. Look for it to dump. And we called a little pump on the flag on the 1 minute on that crazy news on Friday. And then it turned into bearish div and turned into the dump. So crazy, right? Then bullish divergence here. And now we're in the flag, and you can see. And now it's about the 200 moving average. If you're on point with me, you know exactly where price action is and exactly what's likely going to happen. And you're just kind of observing now at this point, and you've taken a shot on probability or done nothing. Because it is the weekend, and it's probably good, for a day trader, could probably have the ability to do absolutely nothing. Okay. Thank you, Semi. Oh yeah, that was this morning. Thank you. Okay, moving forward. Blessings to everybody out there. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here and hanging out with the lifer. May God bless you all. Thank you. What happened to Shano? Shano. We lost Sean, man. Look, Coach, you got the links that Sean puts out? Yeah. We got no pin links, man. Thank you, Sean. If you can figure that out, guys. I think I seen Jason Casper in the house. Where is he at? There he is. Man, if it isn't the week, I give up. The week, right? Good morning from the United Kingdom, man. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. Just in case you forgot, you can still hit the like. Thank you for saying that. Greetings from Las Vegas. God bless you, man. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm looking for the bottom. Jason, do you think I called the bottom? Do you think I nailed it? Or am I going to get dipped on this flag for lower lows? Let me know, bro. Let me know. Don't be shy. Shout out to Reliable J, holding me down. Jason Casper getting chased by the Japanese. Oh my gosh. Paid for the Discord. Now what can I talk to the man, the myth, the legend, here, Frenny? God bless you, bro. Shout out to Brandon Allen. Thank you. You can talk to me right now, right here, baby. Let's go. Hola, pendejos. I love you, man. Great state of Texas, land of the trill, man. Shout out to God is Love, 528 hertz, baby. So not much I can say for Bitcoin. I'm looking for these two right shoulders. Take a couple hours. Tonight, somewhere by about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, it looks like we're going to collude, have a collision with the 200 moving average. And at that point, we're going to know what's likely going to happen here to Bitcoin. Okay? Take our stop loss, and we try again, baby. Hey, you never know. You never know. Shout out to Jay Doolin. Shout out to Vegas Claw. Shout out to Echo Leaf. Underground Crypto in the house, my man. Shout out to Mr. Butters. Thank you for being here. And Crypto Chris Tradesman. God bless you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying for Bitcoin, right? And I know it could go either way, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. And I'm true to the game. Go to CryptoLifer.com to find out more. It says Rave Song Records. Thank you so much. Danny Diamond, I can't take this market anymore. I'm mentally drained. It happens. You'll make it, Danny. You know why? Because you can. Because no one else is built like you, Danny. You've got this. You've got something they don't got, Danny. You got grit. I believe in you, kid. Shout out to greatness. God is the greatest. God bless you, brother. All right, so that covers BTC. Now, some altcoins were hot today. SKL continuing to do some damage. Scale, an old coin I used to kind of rep back in the Dizzy. Huge pump. Goes from 2.8 all the way up there to 3.8. Kind of struggles back down today, though, in a bit of a flag. But a massive pump there for Scale. It doesn't look amazing. Looks like it's kind of trucking along. It is back above that 200 moving average on the 4 and the daily. Looks like it could be the beginning of a bigger run for it. I'm not hugely in love with it, but it looks good. We're about to grab the liquidity to the upside. Nice green candle every time this man streams. Bitcoin, 108,840, getting a bit of a pump to the upside. Seems to happen every time we touch the canvas. Sammy got impressions over here. Hey, Crypto Billy, calm down, huh? Hey, Billy. It's my buddy Billy over here. Hey, don't look at Billy funny, huh? Fear and Greed. No, Fear and Greed's at 39 for me, man. It's at a very... And that's the thing. I want to say, everybody, I'm very happy right now. Very happy. Why? Why am I so happy? Fear and Greed at 39, everybody. I mean, I wait for these days. You know what I mean? Like, it's always high, somewhere here, 50, 60, but 39, man. That's when I start looking at Bitcoin, and it starts looking like a scrumptious little meal to me. And Bitcoin's starting to get a bit of a pump here on the short squeeze. 108,890 for Bitcoin. Nice little pump coming. And I don't expect much. I expect sideways price action, but you never know. But when the Fear and Greed gets this low, I get very happy because you don't get it this low a lot, man. In the 30s is rare. So I take advantage of 39 and even into this area because that's what's always helped me out in the long run. So it is what it is, but I love that. I love that. What might the probability of a pump on a dump on Bitcoin's 15? Anything is possible. I'm not sure, though. But Coachy, you're on point. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we lost Sean tonight. I don't know. I think he's okay, but I think he's sleeping. That's fine, though. God bless him. I got to buy at 39. Fear and Greed. I know, right? It's so good. I was thinking of you right now. Honestly, you were the one. I was like, Billy's in there, like swimwear, man. So we got a comedian over here. What's up, Billy? Billy Bob Thornton over there. Billy Schwager. So let's take a look at Ethereum. You know, I got into Ethereum back in the day. It was one of the first coins I ever bought. I knew about it when it was $9. Someone told me about it in the streets of New York City. I was telling the story today to the people inside of, the class. The class was amazing today, by the way. Like, what an experience. Every time I do that class, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I know that. It's such a special moment. People from all around the world that have found my channel, that have decided to show up, spend their hard-earned money, make it happen, and go for something that they believe in. And I'm there to produce the class and to give the information. And it's what a time, what a life it is, right? Education, what a business to be in. The business of I love it. And God bless everyone that came to class today. You enlightened me, you filled me, we had good times, and it was a blast. So I did my, you gave me a purpose to be alive, and I appreciate it. So can we get this move here further to the upside to about $6,051 for Ethereum? Looking pretty nice. And watch the macro technical analysis video I put out every single Friday where we cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, NASDAQ. We look at gold, silver, the S&P. We look at gold in the S&P. I don't think we looked at silver, but we looked at the gold, S&P, the DXY, dominances, US Tether, and Bitcoin. We break it down. All right, watch that video every Friday. Don't sleep. Only 2,500 people watching that thing. We got 100,000 subscribers. Everybody in the channel should be watching it. We're getting new subs every day. Jump on in and watch the recorded content. It'll blow your mind, all right? It's not made for no reason. It's made to help you and give you an edge. So the weekly, I'm looking for this for a little pullback. It looks like we may get a slight pullback here for Ethereum. Just a couple weeks back down to maybe 39, 4,000, and then we can bounce for a nice move to 6,500. But it just looks like a little bit of a pullback here for Bitcoin. Sam Class starts your formal trading education. Thank you. The Wicked Man. What do you think about Detcoin on Sol? How high do you think it could go? I don't know much about it, man. Looks like it's not doing much here on MEXC. Let's see on Sol. And we're watching DJI 6930 just slump to new lows. God bless it. Love when you buy a meme coin and it goes to zero. The best. Detcoin pumps, comes back down. Looks like a head and shoulder. I mean, too small of a flag. I don't know anything about it. I'm not really a fan. I don't really want to. I'll research it on my own time. But I just got to move on. Yeah, maybe it's awesome, and it's a new project that has really, worth looking at. But it's highly unlikely, so I'll look at it myself, and if it's awesome, I'll bring it to the table. Right now, I'd rather not even look at it. You know what I mean? A new coin to be released on 9/1. Do you have any insight? Yeah, World Liberty Financial. That's definitely the coin for, the Trump coin. That should be coming out. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. That should have some pretty big, and they buy a lot of crypto. It's a huge ecosystem. That should be interesting. Thank you, Margaret. God bless you. What do you think about Detcoin? No, I don't think about it much, though. Wicked Man, I love you. I don't mean to be rude. You know what I mean? I just when I don't know about a coin, I'm always pretty sketched out. Hey, Sam, can you check out Aerodrome? Cheers, Sammy. Buckeyes win. Success trading today equals good vibes. Shout out to the lifer and master friend. Hope you and the fam enjoy holiday weekend. Have a great stream. Yes, it is Labor Day weekend, everybody. Shout out to everybody here. So school is out for Monday for most people. Bitcoin still pumping. 108,920 for BTC. And we're starting to flip green on the trade, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Above the 200 moving average. And look, that looks like it's going to continue to get a bit of a squeeze here to the upside. And there's green candles for Sammy. They're not huge, but they're good enough. On a Saturday night, green candles for Sammy. You ever blueberries for Sal? Green candies for Sam. Green candles for Sam. That's how it works. Okay, so I'm happy for that. I see what's going on there. Sam, can you check Aerodrome from JPYO? Let's take a look at Aero USD here on Coinbase and see what we're seeing. Aerodrome. Okay. So last time I looked at it, I said it was likely going to go sideways or down on the flag, and it went down on the flag, but there's a chance this is the bounce for Bitcoin, which could also be the bounce for AERO, right? So if we do get a bounce, AERO could bounce, turn into a big, beautiful flag here, begin to consolidate, and then get ready for its next bigger move. So this is what we will be looking at. Aerodrome to do something more, something along this nature here. and then pump. Like pump up, get tight, take some time, and then break out to about 237. I'd like to see that it doesn't go back below this resistance or that level, about $1.03. If we can hold above $1.03, then I'm looking for AERO to continue. And I like what we're seeing here for the break above 152 as a big possibility, or even up here to 239. Right? That's eventually where we're ending up. So I want to see this bounce. Kind of an inverted head and shoulder here, tightness, and then a breakout up to 237. Bitcoin, 108,975, continuing that little pump as we suggested it would here. Nothing to write home about. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh. But again, had you just bought the cross of the 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame that I talked about this morning inside the trading group in the class, I said you could buy here and just put a stop loss right there. Look, beautiful play on a Saturday. Low volume weekend still plays out absolutely beautifully. Possible bottom here for Bitcoin. There's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance we get back to 109,000. You know, we can cook, baby. We can cook. We can cook like lasagna. You know, real G's move in silence like lasagna. That's right. Real G's move in silence like gnome. Every time. Hey, Sam, can you take a look at Sweet? Thank you, Thomas Mick. Thomas MC. Let's take a look at Sweet. Sweet's Mario. Sweet's Mario. So, Sweet, God bless you and the lifers. Shout out to Underground Crypto. We got double Sweet together. You guys are thinking alike. Look at this. 2 Sweet super chats together. 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 I said together, but I'm making together. Together. So, here we go. I like Sweet. I like Sweet on the weekly. Has to curve a little bit and get crazy, which can happen. I love it on the 3-day chart, showing signs of being oversold. It's still hugging this trend line. You don't really have to fake it. The trend line's still intact. A little more lateral, but it's still there. And so everything's looking good. I'm still looking for the bounce here for Sweet. And again, it needs that Bitcoin bounce, but it's looking for the higher low right there. And I'm just long Sweet. Stop loss below 263. It could take literally a month. And we're going for $9.31, and it says it can get there somewhere by December 15th. Imagine Sweet back at $9. The whole market will change. All right, Bitcoin, 108,970. Continuing to get that pump here on these smaller time frames. Wait for it. Get off me. Yeah, here we go. And wow, watching on the 1 minute on a weekend. Choppy, chippy, choppy. So there's Aerodrome, there's Sweet, and so much TA coming your way, it's ridiculous. It's coming out the ears over here, right? And this came from like this morning because I really wanted to show the different indicators. So yeah, I'm bullish on Sweet. I really am. The daily still looks good to me too. It is hugging the 200 moving average, but that's usually a great place for discount pricing. Tight too. When the moving average get tight, and you know, we could have a horrible dump and this could just fall right over and maybe Sweet goes to 184. Like, I don't know for sure, but man, I mean, and call that a short squeeze or not, but every single time Sammy shows up, look at that, 109,090. I told you it's going to continue to the upside. Look at the size of that candle on a, oh my goodness, and I saw you, oh my gosh, yeah, my God, my, whoa, what's going on over here? Wow, that you should. I know I'm not going to sell that because I'm in a long-term trade there, so I'm letting it sit. But man, that's if you're in that swing trade in the morning like I am, that's when you sell that 1 minute, man. And I'm not a financial advisor, but bang, what a pump for Bitcoin, huh? I waited all day to do that. I waited for me to show up just to pump. Thank you, Bitcoin. It said, Sammy, I'm going to pump when you show up. You put so much effort into Bitcoin. We're going to pump it for you. Shout out to the whales that watched the show, that pumped it for me. God bless you, man. American Indonesia National Debt with their trading fees on debt coin. Probably. ETH versus soy coin, please. Sounds ridiculous, man. But maybe. ETH versus soy chart, please. ETH versus soy. You mean soul, right? For sure, right? You want to... Okay, let's see. ETH versus soy. ETH versus soy. Like the soybean? Are we talking soybean? Right? Soy boy. Are you a soy boy over here? Hey, Soul ETH. Look, Sol for soy. This is crazy, man. Sol Ethereum, I believe you're asking for. So look, Sol looks like it's coming back a little bit on Ethereum. Starting to hedge out. And so you want it to just kind of stay above this resistance. You want it to flag a little bit. And yeah, it's showing it can make that cup in handy. Get that next pump. Start headed to the daily 200 moving average. Something's happening with Sol. It seems like it's bottomed against Ethereum. Whole market starts to pump again. And Ethereum's Sol's gonna take charge. So I like what I'm seeing here. It does look pretty interesting. It looks pretty bullish here for Solana. Yeah, thank you for that super chat. That's interesting. Shout out to Moonshine for the $2 super chat. We appreciate that. And there were some interesting winners today in the market, right? On a Saturday, by the way. Story IP up 30% in 24 hours. Conflux up 7%. Chronos still hitting it at 30 cents. Bonk up 5%. XDC, Farcoin, everything kind of back in the motion here. A little bit of altcoin love. Let's take a look at those bubbles and see what happened today on the week. On the week, most altcoins took a bit of a hit. So that's just a sad story. That's what happened. And we got crushed when, on the month, things are up pretty nice. A few things here and there. Xano, MyX had that huge 10x that is still holding. Troll had a nice pump, right? But not amazing. Like, it wasn't like, And in the last day, SKL really was the only real winner, but everything's a little slightly green in 24 hours, but we also have a lot of red. It's a mixed bag. And in the last hour, nothing really but Troll, a couple little moves, but altcoins aren't really your thing right now. They're not the hottest thing. It's time to, I like getting ready, positioning, like starting to see that this is a higher low and it could likely start to get sideways. If that becomes the higher low, this gets sideways. I mean, how epic of that buy? That's one of the best buys ever, right? So anyway, you got to figure that out for yourself. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. Total becomes 3 point up 5-2. Yeah. Smash the like for our mentor Sammy. Shout out to BTC Boss. Thank you for saying that. God bless you. IP with that crazy pump. Look at that. But again, away from the daily 21-day moving average and kind of tight now, right? Like definitely not something you want to really chase. 15-minute looks somewhat interesting, but I mean, it is flagging out after a pump. Chance it does more damage just based off what we're watching. So I guess you could, but you are chasing after a pump. But wow. It really could get to $11.58 though. It could. Sol has ran for 380 days. It's going south, people. Can you not see that? Shout out to Moonshine. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Sam, in my opinion, 106 would be the best long possible. Hey, anything, that's your opinion. God bless you, man. What are your thoughts on the Ton ecosystem? I think Ton's interesting. I think it underperformed. I thought it was going to do better than it has. With the whole Telegram and the whole rep, you think it would be like unbelievably unstoppable. It's been a bit quiet. However, look at this. I mean, Bitcoin looks bullish on the 15 and so does Ton. I see a pump coming tonight for Ton. So right now, just a swing trade on Ton looks nice to me. You may have actually put us on right now. You can almost get that stop loss below the 200 moving average, but you can get it pretty dang close. Okay. Hey, Sam, what do you think of silver? It's going to break out soon. Silver looks interesting to me. I don't think it's the play, but it's a good play. I'll say, so there's Ton coin. And, I like Ton. And then it has all those follow-up coins behind it, too. I see Ton about to get a bit of a pump here with this Bitcoin move. Bitcoin's getting ferociously crazy tonight. Our trade is ripping. Like, we're up now almost $300, 33%. And it's funny, I made this trade in front of everybody inside of the trading group during class. So imagine if you took a trade in class that went up when you came to the live stream tonight. So I live streamed this morning, then I taught class for 3 hours. You see what I'm saying? Oh, what a dump out of nowhere. But that's weekend trading. Expect volatility like that on the weekend for sure. Wow. Yeah, ton looks like it's going to pump. I like what I'm seeing there for ton. Market looks interesting to me. Let's look at Sol on the 15-minute. Does it look the same? Is everything about to rip on the 15-minute time frame? Is it Saturday Night Fever? See, this has no flag. See how they look completely different? Sol already flagged out and pumped out the 15. Sol had its pump. One more time. You know, I'm just waiting for Sol to bust out of this rising wedge here and do some serious damage. See that guy said Sol's been pumping for 380 days. It's on its way out. It's like we're above the 200 moving average with the 21 touching. Like, he obviously has never back tested a moving average, you know, but God bless him. It's okay. I don't want everyone to know everything. If they did, then they'd all do what we do. And then wouldn't it, what would be the difference? You know what I mean? We'd be retail, so we can't have everyone know everything. Shout out to the lifers. Shh. I made $250 million of free change in 24 months. He tipped me $1 million. Giver's gain. You don't need it all. You just need to be happy, guys. With I made a man $250 million free of charge in 24 months. He tipped me $1 million. Giver's gain. You don't need it all. You just need to be happy. God is good. Wow, unbelievable. 250 mil. Unreal. Was that me? No. Shout out to Billy, man. God bless you, man. Can we get up to $300 for Solana? The slow grind all the way to the upside. It's looking bullish to me. I believe it's worth a long right here. Why not? I think it's worth taking a shot. It's strong. Bitcoin's been playing games. Solana says no way. I love this trade right here. Stop loss below 180. I see no reason why this can't do damage. So I put my Sam Price stamp of approval on this trade, and I believe it's going to do numbers. That's 46% gains. That could do some serious numbers for somebody's life, right? If you use 46% in the right way, oh my God. But it takes the right person with the right bag. Then book covers. Yeah. Dude, I'm happy with a hundy. Amen. Tom Lee is king. He will drag Wall Street to ETH. Yeah, he does it all the time. He does. He really does, though. So, yeah, Sol looks beautiful to me. I like the play on Sol. Let's see. We were looking at that RECC or something. Remember, wasn't it? REC. I just remember. I don't remember now. But there was that coin. It was about to blow. I'll go through my alerts and find it. I just don't want to give all my alerts away right now. So, not tonight, baby. You don't get it that easy. Hey. Back up over here. Hey. Billy low-key owns a couple islands. I know, right? Could you pretty please, with a cherry smooth, strawberry chocolate, mocha, caffeine, fines, and whipped cream cherry on top, please check with. I mean, the way you asked, why not? I can't even believe I was able to read that. Absolutely insane. And I don't even think I read it perfectly. I think I left like some type of cupcake name out, but it was good enough, right? So let's take a look here. A bit of a show, a cup and handle here for whiff. And we're looking for whiff to bounce off the 200 moving average. This would be the best place to get into a long. It's like they're giving you this last higher low for altcoins. Like, here, one more chance to load up before we take it to the moon, baby. And that's just what we're looking at. And so either you do or you don't. Either believe or you don't. And there it is. I really appreciate the content and the lessons you share, but every setback is a lesson learned. 100%. Shout out to Teddy Bear. Send us setbacks. I don't want to have setbacks every day, but send them here and there. You know what I mean? They only make me stronger. Yep. I'm knocking soy. I just don't like the cheats. You're funny, man. What is soy, man? Soy boy over here. I'm knocking soy. All those soy boys. Heck yeah. Use capitals for tickers. Amen. He's saying WLFI. Yeah. We already went over that, though. XN and Zebek really hurting my feelings. It happens, man. When Bitcoin doesn't do well, it doesn't hold up no matter what the setup is. Zebek could make a nice bounce here, though. It could be this kind of last resort, hanging on. I've been down before, and it's turned out to be pretty good. Zebek Network might be the buy right now. Super high risk. I mean, it's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, or more than that even, with the stop below 0.0243. I mean, that's one of the nicer trades I've seen in a long time. But you'll do whatever makes you happy there, right? And yeah. Now I want a Trace Leche kick after the comment. Go eat some Trace Leche. You'll be all right. Get it done. I had some cheesecake today. It was really good. Someone brought it over. We had like a barbecue. Someone brought some cheesecake. I cooked those steaks. I cooked them New York strips and them ribeyes, boy. ETH would have been the trade of the day over here. ETH was all right. I don't know about the trade of the day. You'll be all right. A little bit of a move. Not the trade of the day. That's it. You know? I don't know. Yeah, PYTH is getting a lot of attention with that Oracle stuff coming out of Link. People thinking that PYTH and Link are linked and it's going to do damage and look for PYTH to pump. I just hold PYTH long term. Happy to see it do some damage for my portfolio and for the likes, right? Not the likes, but and that old saying, and for the likes of it. But I like to see PYTH doing damage, right? Or by the looks of it, I like to see PYTH pumping there. So the daily on PYTH, away from the 21, really looks a bit sketchy. Could it pull the 21 for a little more? There's a chance. It's a little bullish there. The 1 hour looks interesting. It could bump out of this flag. It might make a double top, might make an M pattern. Just, that daily is very extended if you decide to chase PYTH up to 32. For me, I don't know it's worth it. I'll hold it long term. I don't know if it's worth chasing it there. But it does look like there's something brewing, and if something pumps, it looks like it could pump. Chainlink just continues to do damage, holding this level above 20, and it's great to see. But how sustainable is it? I just want to make sure it doesn't lose this choppy area here, kind of bounces and, basically breaks what would be a bit of a falling wedge right there. I want that to breach the top and get further to the upside and start to bounce, right? Get above this level, bounce, get up here, go sideways. And that's what I'm looking at here for Chainlink. Come on, right? And then rally to get really tight in here. And then it says by September 23rd, right after that rate hike, bam. I mean, the institutions are going to throw so much money at Chainlink, it's going to be insane. And they're going to rip Chainlink somewhere up to $48 a coin. And that just looks like what's likely going to happen. I could be wrong. All right. Well, Near being partnered with Turbo. We'll do anything if Turbo pumps. Nice. Really? Near and Turbo? What would be the point of that? Sounds a bit absurd. I almost don't believe it. I'd have to look into that, but you're probably right. I'm not saying you're wrong. Again, every coin, if I haven't even looked at it, like I've looked at this on the other, but it's just still, it's in these cups. There's the handle, high or low. It's just basically Bitcoin must dig in. We must pump tonight, tomorrow. I must have called the bottom. If not, we're in for some doom and gloom. So be happy that we're at 109,930. I called a nice, beautiful pump here to the upside. So far, so good if you caught the long. Let's zoom out yet again and see what's brewing here on that CME gap like I told you we would. So look. And there's going to be a gap now this weekend too, which stinks because if we pump, right? But there's a gap right there, a big boy. And we came into it a little bit, but I'd like us to really cover it and get to that 200. So look at this big gap here. So we still need to spend some time. Close a candle in there. Get a move on the CME gap. If I was swing trading, I would take my money. That was a nice pump for a Saturday night. Defying the odds here, Bitcoin up to 109.5. There's some liquidity further above us. I wouldn't be surprised if this keeps going. Sammy does believe ETH was the trade. Come on, man. Oh, come on. Crazy thing, my boy is still down almost 40% from the highs for December. Yeah, it's crazy you said that because it's like that was when it all started to tumble down. It's been a long time. It feels like forever almost, right? Yeah, Bitcoin's been running the show and will continue to do so for sure. 100%. God bless everyone on the awesome live here Saturday night. I still can't believe we run the Saturday night stream. It has been strong for a long time. Shout out to the 1,000 beautiful people here. 351 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. It'd be the coolest thing you could do by hitting those likes and getting it moving on the stream. Shout out to the Minotaur trading bot. The bot bought the bottom this morning. Right there. It also decided that was the bottom. Gave me confidence with my bottom buy. So me and the bot are in the bottom together, and the bot does many bottom buys. So That also is kind of a cheat code for me. I got liquidity. I see ideas, and we bought the bottom. The bot just has to get back to 114,000 in order to make some money here. You can see the bot's been mitigating a bigger trade that has been in for a longer time. It bought here, it bought there, and it bought more of the bot, baby. And it bought the bottom. There it is buying the bottom there on that 5-minute time frame, a $27,000. This is going to be a huge trade for the bot when it gets back in order. It's going to be one of its bigger trades. Bitcoin pumping, 109,350. Doing damage, showing signs of life here on a Saturday night. I'm loving it. Da-da-da-da-da. So whack, right? They got us all brainwashed. But still, and I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. And now, for me, I'm starting to see this turn into a bit of a rising wedge that could really just like take over and do some damage. And wow, right? Like wow. So we're also take a look here. And Bitcoin on Bybit. And we're just looking for that daily candle to do some damage. Finally get the tweezer bottom and boom, 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 boom. Come on, baby. And there's gonna be issues at 110. That's where we're gonna have to find out whether this is a Sally rally or the real deal. Right there. And again, we could just still stay inside the channel too. So there's a lot of resistance still ahead. It's not all gravy, but it's the beginning of what could be something absolutely monumental. And this could be that low right now that could propel us further to the upside, where we do some massive damage. Well, it's also just Saturday night games. I don't put a lot of faith in a Saturday night pump. I really don't. It's cool, but I don't put tons of faith in it, right? And if you want to jump into class, everyone, I teach the class last out of every month. I just taught it today, so it will be a month till you get back in, but you could sign up today and get yourself ready if you just missed it. Why not get yourself ready? You'll be here a month from now. It'll go by like this, and class will be here, so check it out. And in 1 month's time, I will be in Singapore. Kind of crazy for about 5 to 7 days, something like that. It's going to be pretty insane. So that's going to be a long travel for me. I don't even know how it's going to pan out. I'm hoping everything goes well. But we'll do the best we can to be everywhere all the time like we are and never miss a show. So shout out to everyone going out there. Token 2049 helps crypto go around the world. And if you're out there, you can meet me. If you're from Singapore, come meet the lifer at Token 2049 in Singapore this October. I'll go to the Grand Prix too. I might be out there, so I think I will be. So hit the like button. 397 people on the like button. $47 of chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the 1,000 viewers here on the stream. That's such a blessing. Unbelievable. I see channels with million subscribers that get like 1 million, maybe 1,600 people watching them on the live stream. I've seen Jelly Roll live stream and 1,600 people, And this is our small stream, I'm just, I'm blessed, man. One of the bigger streams on YouTube in the world, man. What a blessing. May God bless everybody here on the live, and thank you so much. Let's continue to show everyone who the lifer is, what we do, and the light, love, and the infinite, light that we shine all the time. Thank you so much for helping me. So there it is. I've talked about Bitcoin till I'm blue in the face. Not much more I can go over. Let's take a look at the total market cap and all of these cryptocurrencies, total 3. And just see, and that still looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? I mean, the flag here getting tight. Like altcoins are about to, if this says altcoins are about to explode. And again, if I went all in here and I ended up getting stopped out, so be it. It looks so dang beautiful. Like I'd have to take this trade. So I'm long on alts heavy duty, like longer than I've ever been. And this would be amazing, man. And we could see a rippage in almost every single coin. It could be phenomenal. We get a riddle run here that actually, trickles down all the way to the meme coins and gets like a real altcoin season. Come on, baby. We got tickled with it. We had the beginnings, March of 2024, December 2024. There was big pumps. It can happen again, baby. But ever since, it seems like a myth, right? Altcoin what? No, there's no such thing as that. We looked at the Fear and Greed Index today, everyone. sitting at 39. That's a very, very awesome area for me to load up on Bitcoin. I like that level. Like that's like 5 to 10 grand Bitcoin level for me personally. But you do it at not 5 to 10,000, but 5 to 10,000 USD worth of Bitcoin. I mean, that's when I start loading up. Again, I'm not a huge whale. I'm just big enough to grab it up. But that's, hey, it's better than most. It's better than most. So that's kind of where we stand. I wouldn't go too crazy on altcoins, but they do look pretty good. I mean, so you can see total's about to break out. A lot of altcoins are on their higher lows. So you trust that higher low, and I built and DCA'd into a lot of projects that I really believe in. Let's take a look at one last project I really like before I jump on out of here, SEI. What do I like about it? What's happening, and what do I see? Well, let's get out of here and go to the weekly. Like everything, it's at the bottom of its bottom, right? At this crazy bottom. You'd like it to kind of start making these higher lows and dig its way on out of here. 3-day chart, very oversold. You got a support or resistance right there and a point of control. And it's funny, it's got that cup and handle like everything else, like right there. It's just chunky, right? It is above the 200 moving average, but I'm not the shape is kind of a bit sketchy. So again, it's like everything else though. It just has to bounce out this. So like, it's almost like tomorrow is your day. Like tomorrow, everything bounces or the market flops. I don't understand, but it's like it has to, like Sunday has to save the day. It's kind of what it's telling us, that Sunday must save the day. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. Very weird. What if Bitcoin goes in a massive pump, tries to save this weekly candle? Once SEI gets back above 39, it rips to 75, 73. Like pretty fast, too. Faster than you would realize. And I don't think people realize. So I'm just, put it out there, letting you understand what could happen here and how fast it could happen. For say, sweet, say, so. Yeah, so be careful out there. Some altcoins and even smaller ones are somewhat sketchy. Bitcoin takes the show again. The big coins look like they're going to rip. Solana, right? Chainlink, right? Even Doge probably gets up in there. But the rest of the coins look like they may fall through afterwards, like mid cap to low cap. So just, it's that trickle theory. Hit the like, baby. Let's go. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I would hit the like button for you. You know it. We got 1,000 people here. Dropping dimes left and right. You can, you will, you are the best. You can help it out. You can make it happen. And we find in deep dive coins too inside the trading group all the time. Right? And so you're missing out if you're not hanging out with us. And there's so many people teaching us, including me, about what's out there in the market. So I'm going to jump on out for the night, everybody. I am cashing it in. Cashing it in. It is Saturday night. It is hot as heck in here. Humid night. We had a beautiful group of people. I ate a lot of steak, so I got the meat sweats, and it's making me sweat out my suit. All right? So with that being said, I bid you adieu. I gave you everything I could for Bitcoin. I showed you the long I'm in. I talked about why I'm in it. It looks like it could collapse. I'm not excited. It's a Saturday night. I don't have a lot of faith in anything happening tonight. I would leave this alone and shut off your computer and have a blast. Enjoy your time. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much for being here with the Crypto Lifer. Thank you for sharing the most precious asset, which is your time. I'll be back tomorrow morning. 2 live streams every single weekend to hit you with the 1-2 punch with the TA. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. And thank you for kicking it with the Lifer. I love y'all. Thank you.